What's up, fellas? It's Ken Sr. Believe it or not, it's Monday morning, 12:04 a.m. And I just finished my work and got out of the shower. I haven't done a real talk video in a long time. Not a long form one. Did 3 short ones in the last week. They're the first ones. I've been feeling the urge to share what's going on in hopes that it'll inspire and maybe help some of you guys. So it's been a long weekend. We live on a 52-acre farm, as you know, the compound. I've dropped a lot of videos on the compound. And before I get into that, I want to tell you guys there's another video, a very special video that I'm dropping this Friday night about the mill restoration. We're completing the first floor, putting some bathrooms on there. It was a 5-year project, over 100 man-years labor. And there was a lot of trials and tribulations and things we had to do twice there. That really was a big part of my life. I did nothing but restore that building for 5 years. It's a football field long and 45,000 square foot, and we got it done. But that video is dropping Friday, so check that out. Friday night, 7 o'clock. Put it on the calendar. So literally in under 5 hours, Christy will be getting up. She gets up at 5 a.m. every morning. She spent an entire day today cooking our meals for the week. Entire day. She does it every Sunday. Very rarely does she not do that unless we're going to an event or Daytona or Laconia or Sturgis or we're at a big rally or something. Other than that, she's home cooking and I'm working. She's definitely a Proverbs 31 woman. You want to look that up. It's basically the Bible talks about a wife of noble character and the things she does. And Christy is just amazing. Beside every successful man, you'll find a woman that helps him take it to the next level. And if you end up with one, you're blessed, absolutely blessed. She's the answer to prayers, just like a lot of other things in my life. So check that video out Friday. We are absolutely slammed at work. We are having a record year. This is going to be a record month, the month of November, and there's been a lot of stress this year making this all happen. And Junior's been absolutely crushing it. The staff's been doing great with Junior sales. Have just been unbelievable. A lot of people believe in him, trust him, and want to buy their bikes from him. So I was kidding around saying he's the Hayden Deegan of sales. I wasn't kidding around, but and a couple of the guys at the shop said, no, he's the Jet Lawrence of motorcycle sales. But no matter how the point is, there's few that sell. He sold 30 Gas MC300s in 72 hours the week before last. And we've got some other killer deals on gases coming down the pike that'll be just like that. We're number one in Stark in the world. We're number one for gas, and we're number one for fuel. And we're talking to other manufacturers, 2 other ones, about taking their lines on. So a lot going on behind the scenes. I haven't really shared with you guys, and some that I can't share. Back to this farm. It's a 52-acre farm. 25 acres we mow. Or should I say Christy mows. There's another proof of her. She maintains the gardens. She's got 7 acres of flowers out back and a flower garden out front here. And she planted, I think, 1,500 flower bulbs in the last couple of years. So it's crazy how much she does here. And she mows more grass in a week than most professional lawnmower guys that have their own small lawnmower shop. They would have to do 5-acre lawns a day, including weed whacking, to keep up with her 5 days a week. So, and she likes doing it. She does it not begrudgingly. She loves doing it. She loves maintaining this farm as well as I do. There's about 20 acres of trees, and we mow between them. So in order that to happen, when the leaves come off like they do in August here, there's a tremendous amount of work to remove the leaves. I'm blessed that I have some friends, Squirrel and his son Garrett, came over Saturday morning and fired up the dump truck. Tried to fire it up, and it's an old dump truck. I've had it for 20 years. It's from the 80s. And of course, it wouldn't start. There was a problem with the battery cable, so we took it off, cleaned it, got it fired up. And there was a problem with the carburetor, got everything dialed in, and the first trip of the leaves out to the leaf pile, it got stuck in the mud up to the axles. So the Squirrel and his sons, I'm not sure what happened. They had to leave And I called Junior, and he came over and drove the dump truck and with Shaylin, and I dragged it out with the Bobcat, and we got it out of there. So that was the way it started. It doesn't always go smooth. You know, just to do the leaf removal, you got to get the dump truck going, the Bobcat going, the ride-on hurricane blower. Leaf and Garrett were using the handheld blowers, and it's a lot of work, man. And make no mistake, maintaining this place is something else, man. But Sunday, same thing. Saturday and Sunday, leaf removal today. We ended up replacing the battery cable today. Squirrel went to this Napa and got a replacement battery cable. And while he was doing that, I worked on a punch list for the barn we're building. So I had to type this up. It's 21 item punch list for the barn to keep things moving forward. You got to write things down and make plans. And I think what inspired me to have this real talk is my buddy Mark Vesco, who just, you might have seen the video, he just dropped this book a couple months ago, earlier this summer, and he came over with another book that I forget the title of it, but this is an excerpt from the book that he gave to me because I inspired him to write this part of the book. And let me read it to you because this is huge to me. Day 81, the extra mile. Whoever compels you to go 1 mile, go with him 2. That's out of Matthew 5:41, the Sermon on the Mount. And Mark goes on to say, most men quit at the bare minimum. They stop when the obligation is fulfilled, when the bar is just cleared, when the workday clock runs out. Here I am. We worked all weekend. It's 12:11 a.m. Monday morning, and this isn't work, but this is, well, if it helps one person, it's great. But when the workday clock runs out. But greatness doesn't live in the crowd of good enough. It's found on the extra mile, the space where others refuse to go. The second mile isn't just about effort. It's about character. It's about proving to yourself that comfort doesn't command you, excuses don't define you, and limits don't cage you. When others drop out, that's where you press forward. That's where legends are born. And then he goes on to say, today's mission, choose one task today at work, in training, in your relationships, and go beyond what's required. Do more than expected. Step into that extra mile and own it. And he quotes me at the bottom here. There's no traffic on the extra mile. Ken Kaplan. Those of you that are small business owners, like a lot of my friends, like Lee Collins, texted me that literally last night, the same thing, and it's written on the back of my truck. There's a picture of him and his kids cleaning their equipment after sundown last night, I think it was, but on a Saturday. So in order to get ahead today, the 9 to 5 doesn't really cut it, man. You got to have a side gig or focus at work where you get overtime and bonuses and hustle to get ahead in today's world. But there was something else that struck me. That this was on my mind. I don't know why, but it's also in Matthew chapter 5, 6, 7 in the Sermon on the Mount. When Jesus was on the mountain talking to his disciples in Matthew chapter 5, verse 40, he says, and if someone wants to sue you and take your tunic, let him have your cloak as well. He's talking about going the extra mile when somebody wants something from you. And then later on Luke chapter 6, verse 29, he says, if someone strikes you on one cheek, turn to him the other also. And if someone takes your cloak, do not stop him from taking your tunic. That was his version of what Jesus had said. So, do to others as you would have them do to you. Pretty cool stuff. But to me, that applies to my theory of going the extra mile. That's how you have 100% positive feedback after selling 10,000 classic motorcycles, mostly on eBay. Not because we didn't have problems. Trust me, there was probably 1 in 10 had problems. It's how do you take care of your clients when the shit hits the fan, when there's a problem? Do you go the extra mile? Do you give them your cloak and tunic? Do you make it right and make sure they're not worried and keep the communication key? And that's what we do. That's what the Kaplans are famous for, and that's why people buy their bikes from us and join our team, and why we continue to grow when I see shops closing all over the place. It was the same thing in the computer industry. 20 years through the big recession, and all the computer stores came and went, like Computer Land and Computer City. Like, oh, they're going to put you out of business right up the street. I said, hell no, they're not. This is about service, about treating people like family. And we've done the same thing in the motorcycle industry now. But yeah, it's been a very, very, very busy year. In addition to running the business, we maintain the farms, and there's never any downtime. We're always going to events. We went to J-Day last weekend and filmed that. Looks like I just talked to Duncan, the father of the owner of the J-Day series, and they're going to be doing a race series down south, and we're going to live broadcast that series from AGV Video. It'll be on Racer TV and also on the Kaplan America channel, which is awesome. I talked to Rob Bidos, the Bagger Racing League founder and proprietor. Rob's a very close friend of Taylor and Alex and myself. And Rob is going to broadcast the Bagger Racing League live on the Kaplan America channel, and also some previously recorded stuff is going to be going up, I think, this Friday night. So lots of great things happen in the industry. Thank you all for watching and for helping support us on this awesome journey. And if no one's told you yet today, I love you all, and God bless America.